Welcome back, everyone. This is the FloTrack podcast. We are recording this live on Friday, whilst the European Indoor Championships are taking place. I'm Kevin. He's Gordon. Thanks for joining us. Got a busy show. How you doing, Gordon?
It's time for me to confront you. In front of everyone. I was waiting till now.
Ambush. What happened?
I was minding my own business last night.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Minding my own business, just being me, watching sports. I'm watching a basketball game.
Yeah.
And unprovoked, you text me, what happened to the Sixers? ? In the middle of them going down 20 points. That's like the worst thing you could ever text a friend, man. And I didn't know how to respond. And then I respond with
expletives.
The Dodgers blank suck. Will never win another title. Because I had to get it off my chest. I was like, you hit me when I was down, and I did not like it. And I wanted to confront you, and I thought we were friends. Why did you send that text? Don't you know you don't send texts like that to someone watching sports?
I was trying to fire up the Sixers. Because when I sent it, they weren't down 20.
No, you sent it when they were going down.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping
straight threes.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I was just looking at my phone and looking at the score update on the app. Also, it's a regular season NBA game, so I didn't think you'd be that fired up about it. But it was more, I have this ability when I have a friend, or my brother-in-law's a Bucks fan, and whenever the Bucks are down, I'm like, well, guess this is it for Giannis as MVP. You know, really overdoing the overreactions. And then they always inevitably come back and do well. So I actually wanted the Sixers to win that game.
Okay.
Because I wanted the Mavericks
to lose.
As you know, the Spurs have won 2 in a row. We're only 16 out of the play-in, I think. So I want these Western Conference teams to lose. So it was a rare time I was rooting for the Sixers. So we were sort of on the same side on that one.
It felt like you were mocking me
Nope.
when I was down and I didn't feel good, so then I came back hard.
No, it wasn't at all.
It's like if you were to text like a coach, like at the 5K mark, and their team is like in 20th place in the cross country meet, being
No, it wasn't my intention.
It's not looking good for your number 5 runner.
I didn't think they were going to go down 20. That's not where I thought that was going. I thought they were going to have a momentary lull, and you were going to say, they're back. Look, Joel Embiid did this, that, and the other. Sorry, I apologize if that's...
Right. Did you recognize that I was upset by some of my reactions?
Yeah. So I just let you be.
I appreciate
I didn't text you again until this
morning.
morning.
We're friends.
No, we're still friends.
We're still friends.
All right.
Thank you. I just had to get that off my chest.
Okay.
A little inside baseball of our friendship.
Yeah. Jason Christopher Tatum Sr. says, I need Gordon mad. It makes my day.
I was mad.
Thank you, Mr. Tatum.
Yes.
All right.
God damn it. Tatum, too.
Everybody should change their name in the chat to
Boston Celtics players. And
players who are going to beat the Sixers. All right. Euros. Let's kick it off. We're on day 2 from Istanbul. Had a couple finals we want to talk about. Number 1, we got an answer to the question that we asked earlier in the week. What was the question? Can Neil Gorley beat Jakob Ingebrigtsen? The answer was no.
No, I think the answer is yes.
The answer was he got kind of close.
Yeah. That means can doesn't mean will. Can means can.
He was there.
According to the dictionary.
We thought he was making that big move on the backstretch. We couldn't tell with the camera angle. And then they cut wide again, and Jakob still had the pole position and held him off going around the curve. 1 in 332. I thought Gorley acquitted himself nicely, but this is what Ingebrigtsen does. He shows up to big races, and usually you can count on him for a win.
Yeah, I mean, the result that should have happened. He's the better athlete, runner. He's in the prime of his career. But I will say, Gorley, that was like the greatest second-place finish I've seen in the past few weeks. Maybe not of all time, but
I thought you were going to be real grand with that.
No, the past few weeks. Because he was able to close basically with Ingebrigtsen the entire time. They ran basically a equivalent last lap and last 200, which is what you need to beat Jakob at a global championship.
He tried to do the Whiteman play, but it's indoors, a little bit different, a little bit harder to maneuver.
But he's got to come out of this being like, hey, if I'm in better position, if I make a move at a better time, if I'm just a little bit sharper, I can beat this guy. Yeah. It wasn't like a separation in the final 50 meters. It was like seeing like a Faith Kipyegon type, like, see ya.
So we have pretty much a wrap now on the pro indoor season after this meet, but it means the men's 1500 portion is over. We have Jakob still in the pole position, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Where do you have Nagus vis-a-vis Neil Gorley? Who do you think had the better indoor season?
I would say Nagus. They raced each other, right? I mean, so it would make weird to be like, oh, Gorley's better, even though Nagus straight up beat him. Nagus went undefeated. I will say though, like, it's a 1A and 1B between them. They're not equal. I don't know. It feels weird saying it's like NBA MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis. Yes, you can rank 1, 2, and 3, and you can assume the third is bad, but they're really all just a 1 separate from the rest of the field.
So you're saying Jakob is 1, and then everybody else is still grouped together?
No, Jakob is 1.
Right.
Gorley and Nagus are alone at 2.
Interesting.
And then everyone else is 3.
Okay. But that could change quickly, Alex. What about like Ollie Hoare?
In 3.
In 3, okay. Interesting.
What about Josh Kerr in 3?
They're in 3 right now.
Give me another name. The Kenyans in 3.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one.
Whiteman.
3.
Okay.
Actually, Whiteman might be DNS because he's hurt.
Right.
Right. So.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Jakob, then a group of 2.
Yeah.
And then everyone else.
Yeah.
Now those people they can join that group of 2.
Yeah.
And the group of 2 can maybe join Jakob, but right now.
I think we also look at this. You watch this indoor race with the perspective that he got outkicked last year at Worlds, and you're thinking, hey, someone's hanging around. They can beat Jakob. There's not that air of invincibility, but he did do all the leading, go to the front, and that's sort of how indoor races and championships, especially, play out. People try to get the pole position from farther out than they would outdoors. So I think it's positives for both guys. Like I think Gorley, he doesn't want to lose, but pretty happy that he stuck there. But
Yeah.
I think Jakob going to the front and running 332, I think is a statement from him too.
Yeah.
We've just seen it so many times from him that it's getting to be routine, and we're more surprised when it doesn't work than when it does.
Yeah. And also, he's just become so good that the story is not ever really going to be him anymore. It's all going to be about who is chasing him.
Right.
And if you think about like the headlines coming out this year, is not Jakob running what he did. It's like, ooh, Nagus, oh, Gorley.
Yeah. Well, because he got beat once, people are going to think in a championship race, people are going to think when he was in really good form.
They want to see it happen again. Yeah.
They just think it's possible, right? You can envision it in your head versus some of these other bigger favorites in other running events that haven't had a high-profile loss yet. It's harder to imagine it happening. But once it does, then I think it changes people's perspective. All right, women's pentathlon. Let's talk about women's pentathlon. It's been a great women's pentathlon season. You had Anna Hall in Albuquerque, set the American record, almost break the world record.
What else do you have? You have this.
Then you have 2 women break the pentathlon world record at Euro Indoors.
What else have we had?
Well, that's it. That's pretty good.
So
you got
2 things?
3 of the top 4 marks in history in
guess
one
so.
season. It's the winter of the pentathlon.
But how can it be the winter of the pentathlon if it's only
pretty good.
happened at 2 meets?
It's pretty good. 3 out of the 4. Nafi TM, Adriana Sulek. TM goes 50-55. Sulek 50-14. Pretty cool.
5,000 club.
Yeah, 5,000 club. So now, who do we got in this 5,000 club? You have Dobrinska, who had the old record, Anna Hall, and KJT. So there's 5 women in the 5,000 club.
Would you rather have 5,055 points, 5,000, what was it, 30-something points? Was it 5,055, 5,013, 5,004, or would you rather have 5,000 points?
Exactly 5,000.
Exactly 5,000. I want my PB in heptathlon or pentathlon or decathlon to be number 000.
I was saying, if you want your PR in the decathlon to be 5, you should try to see what you can score in a decathlon. Because the tables go basically to nothing, right?
Think I can get 1,000 points?
That'd be fun. Let's see.
How many points do you get in
Could you
decathlon?
be 1 or maybe even 900? So you can be like 1/10 of Kevin Mayer and Ashton Eaton.
I could be 1/10 of Kevin Mayer.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think we should do that. We should try it. Get the measuring stick.
Could I
out.
get 100 points in every event? I could definitely get 100 points.
We have to pull up the.
We should try it this summer.
Yeah.
Do you think I could do it?
Well, let me pull up the tables here. Break it down. What do you think?
Like, what do you think I can run 100 in? 15 seconds?
Oh, I'd hope.
Yeah.
You ran that 200 a couple years ago for that AAU thing
so
in
I could
30.
probably run 114 maybe. I don't know. What's a 14-second 100?
That's what I'm gonna look. Here we go. Outdoors. So you want to know 14-second 100?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
That's quick, man.
Yeah, I mean, someone
Is this with or without spikes?
No. You can wear whatever you want. All right. So a 9.46 in the 100 is 1,400 points.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get that.
So let's see.
Maybe a little bit slower.
Oh, let's see.
There's no way they have a 14-second 100.
Yeah, no, hold on. It's going. It's still going, dude. It's still going. We're still going. Are you on the table? Yeah, we're still here. 13. Okay, 14 flat. That gets you 221 points.
So, me thinking that, maybe I could get 2,000 points.
Well, you have to have. I think the 100 would be your best event. I think things would just get worse as you went along.
What's 200 points in a 1,500?
That's gonna take me more time to look up.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't know how long.
Oh, I have to do hurdles. I'm gonna get like 0
Well, you
points.
got to do it though. That's okay.
I don't think I can get over a high hurdle.
What can you run the 15 in?
Right now, not fast.
Well, could you run?
I quit running like a year ago.
Let's see. I'll tell you how slow it goes. It stops at 6:20 in the 1,500. That gets you 1 point.
6:20?
Yeah.
I could do that.
All right.
What is a 6:20? Yeah, I could do that.
I think it'd be amazing to try to get 1 point in get a 10-point decathlon.
Get a 10-point. Oh, that'll be fun. And like get it be officially like calculated and get a World Athletics page. I got 10 points.
I want to see what a 1 point 10K is. Maybe I might go for that.
That's actually fun. Ken, how many 1 points can you get in all the track? Do you think I can get 1 point in every event?
51.46 for a 10K gets you 1 point. I feel like that's a lot easier to do than a 6:20 1,500. But maybe that's just because.
So we should do a hardest 1 point performances in track and field power rankings. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. I'm doing a decathlon. I still have to do my...
David brings up a good point. Pole vault?
I could do...
Well, we got to get the equipment together, though.
Yeah. Maybe I just do a high jump with a toothpick in hand and call it a pole vault.
TBD on this. We'll see how bored you are this summer.
No, but I still have to do my dunk.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about that, just so you know.
People have been talking about it. People are asking about it.
Still got to do the dunk. I still got to do the backflip after I do the dunk.
You said you gave up on the backflip, though.
No. Backflip doesn't start till I do the dunk. Do the dunk, then the backflip, and then also do the 2,000-point decathlon challenge.
I think David's right, though. The pole vault is going to be...
Well, if I get 0 points in one event, I can still make it up in other events.
You're not going to drop out?
No.
Okay. Well, usually that's what they do.
That's what
they bail. And you're an elite athlete.
I'm not going to bail.
You hit a hurdle, you're done. That's it.
What's a 60-second 400?
Something you can't do anymore?
I can do 60-second 400.
Let me see how slow the
Maybe
400
I can.
gets.
I don't know. I quit running, but I feel like I'm healthier. So maybe...
Too bad dunking isn't on this.
I know dunking. How many points is dunking? All right.
Hold on. 400 in 60?
Yeah. It's a 60-second 400.
You get quite a few points for that.
Yeah?
A 65 gets you 200.
Oh. Yeah, I can definitely get 2,000 points.
Interesting to see how these are broken down. A 60-second quarter would be, here we go, 300 and...
Boom. See, that makes up for the pole vault.
A 60.01, 368. I don't think you can run 60, though. You'd have to do some training to do 60.
Well, yeah. I'll do decathlon training. I'll call up Ashton. Call up Trey Hardy. Call up Kevin Mayer. Call them all up. Trey Hardy lives here, so like.
Well, and we have another.
You can coach me.
We have another potential decathlon connection.
And we have a decathlon who works at Flow.
We just found out.
Yeah.
So, but you are putting a lot of faith.
A decathlete that works. Former NCAA champion.
NCAA champion. Yeah, but you're putting.
Can they find out in the chat? That'll be fun.
You're putting a lot of faith in coaching. That they can just coach you to a.
They can coach me. I'm gonna go. We're gonna find. Is he out there right now? He might be out there.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get him like, hey, my goal is to 2,000 points in decathlon before the end of the summer.
Women's 60s on the track right now, so this should be over in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're trying to kill some time so we can recap events.
No, we're not.
Before the podcast is over. Do you want to talk about the 3K before the?
No, it's literally there in the blocks right now.
Let's watch it.
So I want to watch.
We can't show it to you, unfortunately, but it's on athletics.tv/live question mark ID equals 6310877048112. Go to that URL.
I hope someone does that real quick.
Go to that URL and you're there.
What's wrong, Colt?
Oh, I thought Gordon just leaked his IP or something.
No, that's not
I think we're good.
No, we're good. Who do you have in this?
Kambunji.
Over under 705.
Under.
Over under 703.
She's going to run 703. They are away.
She's out quick.
Swoboda's out with her.
No, Kambunji.
Kambunji's going to get it, though. Oh, 703. Get it. Get it.
7 flat.
Let's see. Let's wait for the correction.
Correction?
I don't know. It's just I feel like all the times this season have been off, so you can't get excited. You have to wait.
7 flat.
Good run for her. I mean she's
broken 7. So
yeah, she's sub 7. Equals championship record. Yep, 700 confirmed. Swoboda 709. Nada 712. Shout out to Europe. We're putting on a big meet.
Shout out to Europe.
We were happy about Europe. Like they're putting out good races here. I like the Ingebrigtsen's running, and you had Muir in the heats, and Hodgkinson, and Bull, and Warholm. It's just cool to wake up and see prelim results with actual big names in it.
Yeah, but you're giving
I'm excited.
Congratulations to a body of land.
Continent? Yeah. Shout out to them.
All right.
It's a good meet. A lot of people were happy after the 60. It must have been a lot of PRs. Just they're all celebrating. Look at this.
Well, yeah.
It's incredible.
They're also probably happy that their season's over. They're like, all right, we can now relax and get ready for outdoor.
Yeah. All right. 3,000, women's 3,000 was the other race. A little bit of an upset there. Constance Klosterhoffen loses. She gets silver to Hannah Klein of Germany. Klein had a big kick over the last lap.
Decent time, too.
To get the victory. Yeah, 8:35. They weren't going slow out there. The days of these tactical mid-distance races, I think, are waning.
You were saying that when we were watching the men's 1500. It's like, it's so great that they're actually running and not, And it's not like they're running for records. It's just like they're going to be tired.
Yeah.
We want them to be tired. Like, the least you can do is get tired for us.
You want it to be a 1,500. You don't want it to be a 400. You want it to be a 3,000. You don't want it to be an 800. I know some races are going to be different in strategy and all that other stuff, but things can be fast and strategic, right? The extreme example being the 2015 Penn Relays 4x-mile. Was that the year? 2016 Penn Relays 4x-mile, where tactical went wrong. The other end of the spectrum, pure time trial. Of course, that's not going to happen in a championship race because you don't have a rabbit, but there's a vast middle there where you can get both outcomes. And I know indoors a little different because of positioning. People tend to go for it from farther out, but it was cool in the men's 1,500 and in this race too to see separation. Just, okay, this is the top group, right? Yeah. They've put themselves in a position to let you know that this is the top 5 or this is the top 3, and then they're going for it. And it's just a nice break from the sit and kick era, which we had for a while. Because that wasn't too long ago when everyone was thinking, oh, the wing time in the 1,500 at Worlds is going to be at 3:38. 3:37, something like that. And then now you're getting these fast times. I mean, Savannah Hassan a few years ago in Doha. Obviously, Kip Yegon ran really fast.
Do you wish that you lived in Europe or that USA was part of Europe so that you could have European champions?
I wish they were in this meet.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool to see how the athletes would respond to being in a continental championship where there's a lot of emphasis placed on the results. But U.S. doesn't have that. U.S. is weird because it's the strongest singular country, but they're not in a continent that prioritizes it. So it's tough because they have the least – they need to be in the toughest continent for it to matter because then there's competition and then it makes it worth it and then people are interested in it.
Or if we turn all of our states into countries, then we can just call USAs the European Championship.
Yeah. Wasn't that – okay. Well, that's just like you having USAs though, isn't it? You just recreated USAs, but they all have jerseys on of different states?
Yeah, they're all wearing different states. Like, Curly's Texas, Bromel's Florida. That would be fun.
Yeah.
They just have, like, the state flag logo instead of their brand sponsor. I'd watch that. Which state would you cheer for? Would you cheer for California?
Oh.
Or would you cheer for Texas?
That'd be too... Though I wouldn't cheer for a big state.
Yeah, you'd cheer for Rhode Island.
Yeah. Or maybe a state that I lived in that... smaller. Maybe.
You get like, dude, Alaska goes all in on the race walk.
I grew up in Nevada. Maybe I'd go there.
Yeah,
college
pole vault.
in Oregon.
Nevada's probably really good in pole vault.
Yeah. We got
Florida's good in
sprint.
I feel like Florida's good in the long jump.
Mm-hmm.
California is like the 400. Texas is the 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania is the mile.
And the women's quarter.
Connecticut's the steeplechase.
Okay.
North Carolina is I think that's the 5K.
Okay.
400 hurdles. It's like
New
Illinois.
Jersey?
New Jersey. It's in New Jersey. That's definitely New Jersey.
Because it's Sydney?
Yeah, Sydney. Illinois
New
is...
Jersey's also the 800 because you got Mo and Ajay Wilson,
See,
right?
I wasn't going off of where people are
you're just
from. I was
picking
going off
random.
like the vibe of that state kind of represents this type of event.
Remember when those maps...
It had nothing to do with the athletes in it.
I don't know if they still make these. They always go viral. Each state's most favorite condiment or favorite saying.
Or fast food restaurant.
We could just create a fake one where it says each state's favorite event. And just,
Yeah, we should do that.
Some state.
I'm going to make that...
discus. Just,
I'm going to
yep.
tweet it out, get people talking.
And then you put in bottom and very, very fine print like judge on Google Analytics search.
Yeah, like we polled 1,000 people.
We polled Kevin and Gordon and asked what the funniest combinations would be. Because you'd have to go like, and you'd have to zag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Speaking of zagging,
All right.
Great Britain.
I
is
just
zagging a lot.
I just commended all of Europe and in particular Great Britain for sending a lot of the top athletes, or their top athletes, I should say, choosing to compete, to go to European championships. But then we get this news a couple days ago that the head of UK Athletics wants to shrink the amount of participants at global championships coming from Team GB. I have a lot of thoughts on this, Gordon. Some of these thoughts I've said in prior years because other countries have had policies like this. Other countries have famously left off qualified athletes for world championships or Olympics. But I'll let you go first.
Well, no, you're going to let me go first. We're going to let the head of UK Athletics go first. What was the reason why the UK Athletics head of athletics said we are going to limit the team to people who are more likely to medal than less likely to medal?
He said he wants to be more ruthless. He said that in recent championships, the performance hasn't been good, and he thinks they've been getting, quote, too soft.
So in his mind, he thinks if you make it harder to qualify, that means you're going to run hard. He's basically saying he wants to increase the standard, so then you run faster, so then people aren't chasing to be the 30th best in the world. They're chasing to be the 10th best in the world.
He wants to also just pool the resources, right? Consolidate the resources on the top candidates for medals. He used to head up swimming there, and here's the quote. We put it up on the screen there. In swimming, we were a little bit more ruthless about who is going to deliver for you, he told the Daily Mail. UK Athletics needs to be a bit tougher around that. Would you like to weigh in first?
No, I kind of want to weigh in second.
Okay.
I'll let you weigh in. So he didn't really mention much of it being a budget reason, like how much it costs to send an athlete.
He didn't delve into
because that's like a
numbers.
reason why a lot of smaller countries don't send everyone, because in their mind it's too expensive to send every single athlete.
Yeah, and I
they
can
don't have
touch
the
on
money.
that in a second too.
But I think UK Athletics has money.
All
Maybe
right.
they don't. I don't know.
His job is to do what here? Who's he representing?
The athletes
Of
United Kingdom.
Right. So that's your job. You aren't the head of World Athletics.
No.
You aren't the head of the Olympics.
No.
You're not the person booking the hotels.
Nope.
Your job is the head of British Athletics. Your job should be to send as many athletes as you can. If they say you get 3 per event, if you hit the qualifying standards, you send 3. You do your best to send 3. If they say you get 17, you should send 17, because your job is to get as many of those vests on TV competing for medals. That should be your job.
Is his job to get as many people at the meet, or is his job to get as many people on the podium?
Well, and that brings me to my next point. The more tickets, the more you're gonna win. We can go back through, look at recent history. A lot of people had Jake Whiteman winning gold. Some Great Britain. Did a lot of people have that? You were looking at the betting odds.
Yeah, they weren't good.
I mean, he wasn't
Probably like 10-1.
Yeah, he wasn't 500-1, but he certainly wasn't the favorite. In our country, the United States, we can go back and look at a ton of examples. People who won medals, won gold medals even, who weren't even favored at all.
Emily Infeld.
Yeah. Molly Seidel, Jenny Simpson back in 2011. Just a few. There's a ton of examples, ton of countries. This is sports. You never know what's going to happen. You have to send people. In the article, he brings up about Tokyo, coming up short at the Tokyo Olympics, right? Let's look at why they came up, quote unquote, short at the Tokyo Olympics. I don't think they did. All right.
Well, you have receipts.
Oh, I got notes.
This is great.
This is an issue that just drives me up the wall. And if you're talking about allocating resources, right? Did Keely Hodgkinson lose in Tokyo to Thing Mo because of resources?
No.
No. Did Laura Muir lose to Faith Kipyegon because of resources?
No.
No. Did Whiteman beat Ingebrigtsen because he had more resources?
Maybe. No.
No. It's not resources. They were better on the day.
Yeah.
Right? Let's not complicate this. They were simply better on the day. Allowing more people to go doesn't make your star athletes worse. It's an individual sport. Those two things are not related when it comes to the highest levels of sport.
Like, has there ever been a time where Mo Farah's trainer was like, hey, I need you to massage my leg for me. And the trainer's like, you're not getting it today. I'm going to massage this guy.
Right.
I only can.
The 9th best discus thrower
is getting the massage. Sorry, Mo Farah, you're not getting a massage today.
Yeah. So
no, that never happened.
But
they would just be like, you go at 10:15, the other guy will go at 10:30.
Yeah.
And we're good.
Yeah. Laura Muir is not going to come up short because Great Britain decided to send an extra discus thrower who qualified rightfully, right?
And that they had to add an extra Gatorade bottle in the tent, and they couldn't have the money, so then everyone got a little bit less Gatorade, so she had a little less electrolytes, which is why she came short.
Yeah.
It's basically.
This is ridiculous, and I know the U.S. is different, right? Because the U.S. has medal contenders in virtually every event, so we have a relatively clear cut, not always. You have to dive into some spreadsheets, every now and then on Olympic trials. But we have a relatively clear cut system. Top 3 you go. But let's talk about the resources for a second, right? Let's talk about resources. You've been to global championships before.
I have.
I've been to global championships before.
You have.
You think they could make some cuts on who decides to go who aren't athletes?
Oh, good point.
Do you think there might be a few people who are wearing team polos for 10 days who could sit at home? How important is the coach, Gordon?
Yeah.
The event coach.
I mean, I think
you need someone to pick the relay.
I think the NBA All-Star Game coach might be a little more important than the track and field
They
coach.
have their own coaches. Let me say that again. They have their own coaches. Do you need someone there as a representative? Absolutely sure. I'm not saying that. But you don't need these gigantic staffs that they travel with. So if it's a money issue, the athletes are the last people
to cut
that you should cut. You should send the athletes first, have a coach text them what to do if you can't afford to put the coach on a plane, and then take care of everybody else later. This is against competition. It's not going to work. It's not going to help anybody. All it is just aligning the simple truth here that some years it's going to be good for you and some years it's not. But not even showing up to play is a recipe for continuing the same mistakes over and over again. Done.
So I agree with you, but let's just think a little bit in this guy's head. What's this guy's name?
Jack Buckner.
Jack Buckner. Sounds like a baseball player. Great photo that he used for him. Like, they definitely, Daily Mail is like, we got a photo of Jack Buckner. This is the photo we're going to show. Show that, Colt. It's great. It's just like him rubbing his eye. He's probably stressed about all the...
Well, it says he's having sleepless nights or financial troubles. Yeah, I get that they're not... Okay, then say that. If it's a money thing, say it's a money thing. Don't say the best way to get gold medals is to only take 6 people, and it's the 6 people that we decide have the best gold medal chances. They're not a tiny country with only one athlete. If you had to narrow down Great Britain's team to 6 athletes to pick the medalists, you'd have a tough time right now. I mean, hell, how hard is it to pick the best 3 men in the 1500 for Great Britain right now? They are loaded. So if it's a money thing, say it's a money thing and figure out a way to fund it. Get on GoFundMe or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't say this is the best way to win gold medals, because it's not.
No. Again, I agree with everything you're saying. I'm only going to try to just be a little bit devil's advocate for the sake of conversation.
Okay. Don't blame me, though, if I get really mad, because this issue just bothers me to no end.
So I agree basically with 99.
I'll sit over here. I'm gonna sit
I
over
agree
here.
like 99% of what you're saying. For the most part, 100% of what you're saying. Don't even know what the 1% I disagree with you on is on. But you never agree 100% on anything, right? You got to always sag it a little bit. But what I got to say is here, there is a little bit of a mindset though, where you look at the world standards over the past few years. They have dramatically gone up. I mean, been faster.
Yeah.
There was Paul Chalimo, when he was asked to run 13:20 or whatever to qualify for the Olympics, he ran 13:19. Could Paul Chalimo have run 13:09 that year if they made the standard 13:10? Probably, because it's in our mindset with the pacing of standards. You run to just get in. Like, that's how people are. You always do your bare. You don't want to overexert yourself to qualify for the next event, right? And so when the standards have gone up, everyone's like, only 4 people hit that standard last year. How are more people going to hit the standard? Well, everyone hits the standard because they all decide to run faster. We're going to see it this weekend in a 10K. The 10K standard is faster this year. But guess what? Same amount of people are probably going to hit it because guess what? They're all going to just run a little bit faster because they're going to all do the bare minimum to get in. And I'm thinking, again, this UK athletics guy is thinking incorrectly for the record, but he's thinking, all right, if we make the standard just hit the world athletics threshold, the athletes are going to compete to get to that world athletics threshold. But we make them, you need to get to an even elite, a higher threshold, which is the Great Britain threshold. It's going to force all these athletes who would have just done the bare minimum to get in, and they're going to go above and beyond. And then that sets up a rising tide of everyone now achieving for even higher greatness, where the goal is now, I want to medal and not, I just want to make the team, right? Because we got to admit, there are a lot of, again, I agree with most of the things you said. There is one issue that I think our sport has, is that there are people who are competing for medals and there are people who are competing for teams. Now, there is something about the moment of making your first team, and it doesn't translate to any other sport, right? It's a cool thing, and I get it. I'm not thinking we should take that away from our sport. But there is something interesting about how you go to an Olympic trials, and there's an athlete whose dream is to make the team, and there's an athlete who's saying, this is prelims. And that's, maybe they want everyone to look at it as prelims because their dream should be to win a medal at the world level, not to make a team. And I think if you make it harder to make a team, that means they're going to then translate their goals to get a medal. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think that applies more, though, when you're going farther down the list.
Okay.
Oh, you want to make an Olympic trials in the marathon or something. Set the standard
at the Boston
at
qualifier.
2:19 versus 2:16. We're talking about athletes here that already are well aware of what it takes to win a medal. This isn't going to make them work any harder. All it's going to do, if they actually see this through, because we've seen this with other countries. This isn't a new thing.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is leave people who, they're a long shot, 100 to 1, 200 to 1, whatever. But here's the thing. That 200 to 1, maybe they get experience, and then they come back 4 years later, and then they have championship experience under their belt, and they perform better because of that. Or maybe, if you want to look long-term view, and this isn't the case probably with Great Britain because there's long been British, excellence in athletics. But say you're from a smaller country, and you turn down a spot, a country that hasn't had much experience in athletics, you should run at the Olympics. You should run at the World Championships because someone at home will be watching, some kid who's 10 years old, 15 years old, right? I don't want to be too Hollywood here, but that's how that stuff starts, right? And that kid sees, oh, we had a participant in the 400 hurdles. Like, I didn't even know what that was. Like, I didn't even know, shot put, discus, triple jump, whatever it is, pole vault. They get introduced to the sport through these local stories. I just don't think it impacts the people at the top.
Yeah.
And you're sacrificing that next tier down to help these people. You're not helping them. Everybody's already trying their best, right? This is this whole idea that's just like, if we just raise the standard that much more, then then magically we're going to snap our fingers and Neil Gorley's going to beat Jakob Ingebrigtsen because we made the standard harder. No.
Yeah, it's not going to turn the fourth place finishers into third place finishers. All it is going to turn the 20th place finishers to did not qualify.
It's an excuse to not show up.
Yeah.
We're going to take our ball and we're going to go home because we can't reach this magical, unattainable standard. And you see in World Cross, how many countries didn't send complete teams or a team at all, right? Maybe it's a money thing, but also it's the idea of, well, we're not competing for medals.
Yeah.
And I get it if you're really hard up for cash, 100%. I get it. Maybe the priorities of your country aren't to send a bunch of runners halfway across the world to run. But if you're a country that prides itself on athletic excellence and you have a history, like, go for it. It's like a lot of these athletes are going to be spot here. So if you're saying, I pulled up the world rankings, top 10 for the women. This is from last year or currently. Asher Smith, Hodgkinson, Muir, Sember, Nada, Ailish McColgan, Lizzie Bird, Lorraine Ugan, Gemma Riki, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then there's, Johnson Thompson's 21st, obviously, right? So you'd send someone like her on the women's side. So there's at least 10 there, right? Would you say?
Yeah,
and then 4x1 and 4x4.
You're listing a bunch of What's the point you're trying to get to?
My point is there's going to be a lot more than 5 or 10. So you're leaving off people theoretically who are sponsored athletes who are paid to compete in track and field. This isn't charity work for them. And
did he say it's going to be a hard number of I'm only taking this many people?
No, they never say that like that. Whiteman, Hudson Smith, Kerr, Prescott, Zarnell Hughes, Gorley, Zeller, the hurdler who went to Michigan, right? Hayward, Azu, Mitchell Blake is 10. And then behind them, you have people like Mark Scott, Elliot Giles, George Mills, Posey. It's like
Giles can make a final.
Sam Atkin is farther down here.
Yeah.
We saw what he did indoors. It's just...
I have a solution.
The solution is World Athletics it decides how many people goes. If you're a governing body of a country, then you try to maximize your opportunities. It's real simple.
Well, no, I think at the end of the day, though, UK Athletics gets to decide because they're paying for it. They're footing the bill.
And I'm saying we're going to get to a situation, though, where they're not going to give them a spot. Someone's going to say, okay, fine, I'll pay my own way.
Yeah.
And they're going to say no, because we have this standard. And this standard is more important than you showing up and competing. So I don't.
Do you think then those athletes could then petition to World Athletics to run as like a non?
No, because they're
with the country.
They're going to say defer to you're a member of this institution. I mean,
could they then revoke their citizenship to get in?
You're getting a little far ahead.
I mean, that's an option. People transfer allegiance all the time. People could be like, all right, you don't have to, can I revoke my own citizenship? Can I change my citizenship on my own? I don't have to be an American, do I?
Well, Gordon, I think that would require another country wanting you, so I don't want to get into that.
No, but could they just be like, hey, I want to run as an authorized neutral athlete? And World Athletics would be like, do you have this? Do you have the qualifying standard? Yeah, I do.
But it shouldn't get to that, right?
But it could.
It shouldn't be at that point. What should happen is they shouldn't overcomplicate this thing. I mean, I get he has the experience for swimming and it worked.
But
he
what
says
I'm saying
it worked
is
in swimming.
The way you force the guy's hand is you'd be like, oh, you're not going to invite us.
Yeah,
we're going to find a way to get there anyway.
Yeah.
In a different option, and then there's a little bit of we're losing athletes. If they start losing athletes, it's going to do the opposite effect.
My main point is just no one can see the future here. Selection is rife with issues, which is why I like the trials system. And there's going to be some tough choices that are going to have to be made that ultimately are going to end up totally undermining what they came in to do. Right? And his whole idea is we need to get more gold medals. We need to get more medals, right? In the article, Great Britain didn't have any gold medals in Tokyo. That's a failure. And what you're going to do is just lower the amount of tickets you have to the lottery.
Yeah.
Because you think it's somehow going to magically make your top tier athletes go faster by bringing fewer athletes in other events. But
I mean, the way they could solve this problem, the athletes can control their destiny. If the Dina Asher Smiths and the New York Gorleys and all the top runners are like, I'm not going unless you let the other two people in my event go.
Yeah.
that would be a way to like.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna be like, if all of them decided to say we're not going to the Olympics unless you let the other two people in our event go.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hold it. That's gonna force their hand. They're not gonna say, all right. Like if Dean Asher Smith said, I will. If every of the top medal contenders got together, the 10 of them, and said we're not going unless you let the other two people in our event also go.
Yeah.
UK Athletics will let the other two people in the event go. 100%.
My last point on this.
But you got to be willing to not go.
Yeah.
Which is hard, but.
My last point on this, and it's very track nerdy, but what would you say, let's just forecast Paris 2024, so a little bit ways out. What would you say is Great Britain's best chance at a gold?
Hodge.
Okay.
Keeley.
Next after that.
One of their 1,500 meter guys.
Okay. And you don't have to go much farther down the list. I won't make you do it before you get to an event known as a 4x1.
Yeah, 4x1, yeah.
Right? How many people does that use?
Yeah, 4.
Right? At minimum.
Yeah.
You're going to want some reserves, some alternates there. So then you're going to bring 6 men and 6 women. And you should. Even if you don't have the best team. Because you know what? Stuff happens in the 4x1 more so than any other event. And that could be their crowning moment. They could win the 4x1 in Paris. Men and women, right? That could happen. That's a thing that could happen. Men and women. And that's the event where you bring the highest amount of people for, which sort of just undercuts the entire point of this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the way to get back is if they all decide like, this is bullshit. We are only going if you invite the number 2 and 3 runner in our event.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right. Sorry. That went too long. My apologies. And then you know what? Next week, there's going to be an article from like the Toronto Sun about Canada doing this, and I'm just going to go crazy again. It's just going to be my thing. All right. Let's stay on the topic, though, of World Athletics, though. Colt, we're going to go a little bit out of order. We're going to go World Championship buys, and then Gordon's going to talk about prize money controversy, and then we'll come back to Tokyo Marathon. I want to give Gordon a little bit of a chance, so I'm going to move.
Yeah, you've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
I like it. It's
Sorry.
fun listening to you.
Sorry.
You're a good podcaster.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Worse, you're not a good friend, though, when it comes to me, my sports. So World Indoor Tour announced their winners, the people with the buys. You can bring up here on the screen. If you scroll down, you can see the full list, Colt. So the women, 60 meters, Aaliyah Hobbs from the U.S., 800, Keely Hodgkinson. She has a bye. Will they let her go, though? I don't know. We'll find out.
I think she's on the list.
3K, Halu from Ethiopia. Pole vault, Newman from Canada. Triple jump, Povia from Cuba. Shot put, Mitten from Canada. Men's 400, Dream Richards. 1500, Gorley got it. Nagoose could have had it, but chose not to run that race. 60 hurdles, Grant Holloway, which should have an asterisk.
But that's a World Athletics page, not our page.
Yeah, it's on our page. It's the World Athletics page because Daniel Roberts scored more points, but for some reason you only get to score in 3 events.
True winner, Daniel
Don't
Roberts.
see where that's written anywhere. I looked, couldn't find it.
Put Roberts in.
High jump, Hamish Kerr, and long jump, Tobias Montler. So those people are all autos to World Indoors, which is a big deal because you only get to send 2 per country, so getting 3 in your country's added value.
And then the next group will be next year's World Indoor 2 winners. So you could get a buy. But that's going to be tough, I think, for the U.S. athletes because they're probably, if they're serious about it, they might stay closer to home to prepare for USA's.
But if you're thinking like, all right, if, you try to zag or zig, it's like, hey, do you have a better opportunity getting top 2 in your country or winning a bunch of European meets?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You make the call. I would argue if you're a 60-meter runner for the men,
Go to Europe.
You go to Europe. Don't race. Let Bromell and Coleman run the 60 in U.S. and then you zag and beat a bunch of French and British runners.
Yeah, some 6'5", 8
Some
guys.
6'5", 8 guys, and you run 6'5", and you're the GOAT.
Right.
All right. But then we also had some controversy. Back-to-back pods with controversy.
You've been using that word quite liberally these days.
Nah,
Go
dude,
ahead.
this is controversy. So did you know that the World Athletics Cross Country has a tour, and they have winners? They announced the winners. Raul Daniel and Lucy Mawa, they were tied for first. And then on the men's side, I'm not even going to say their names because I'm really bad with names. But
so that's Rodrigo Quizera and Thierry Ndekaminwanyu.
and Jan Schrub.
And Jan Schrub. Yeah, and they all had, you know how many points, Gordon?
3,720. Class, everyone knows the perfect
Everybody
score.
knows the cross country.
Everyone knows the perfect score in SATs is 2,400, the 3,720.
I want to interview the person who came up with 3,720 being the perfect world cross country tour score.
So this is where the controversy is. So anyway, there's winning the tour, you get prize money.
How much?
So the winning a tour, you get, I don't know how much.
Gordon.
I think it's 10,000?
Come on.
I don't know the number. But you get money for first, you get money for second, you get money for third, and it's less money as you go down. But there's prize money for the top 6 finishers. Here's the thing. We had a 3-way tie on the men's side, 2-way tie on the women's side. So let's assume it's 10,000, 8,000, 6,000.
It's because it was close to those numbers based on...
Oh, it was. It was 10,000, 8,000, 6,000 for first, second, and third.
There we go.
There's a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Should all 3 of those runners get $10,000 because they all won the first place prize of $10,000?
Yeah.
Or do they all get $8,000, which is the average of 10,000, 8,000, 6,000?
Yeah. No, I think they all should get 10.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, they're giving them the average.
So they're all getting how much instead? 8.
They're all getting 8,000, but they're all they signed up to win something where the grand prize is $10,000 for first.
Yeah.
They got first, and now they're getting $8,000. I guarantee you there's not someone written in the...
They're going to save that money and give it to British Athletics, you think?
Yeah. But, they lost out on 2K because they tied for first. That's stupid. What is, a little bit less gold than gold? If you blend gold and silver into, a paint mixture...
Yeah.
Is that the color of the medal you get if there's 2 people who tied for first?
Yeah, did you just invent bronze?
Is that what gold and silver combined is? If you blend gold and silver together, they don't blend those metals together and give them out to first to Barshim and Tambiri. They both got gold, so they both should get $10,000.
I love it. I love the
controversy.
I love that you're beating the drum here. It's terrific. I think. I mean, for me, I would get really mad about 2,000. Now, I'm not a professional athlete, but I don't know how much they make.
Yeah.
So that could be no amount of money for them, or that could be a lot.
Yeah, and it goes with everything. If first gets that, you should get $10,000.
Especially because you scored 3,720 points. That's a legit score.
They had a perfect score.
Yeah.
They also probably should come up with a scoring system that doesn't allow for 3-way ties for first. They could have been a little more.
Well, they have
at least a tiebreaker. It's cross country. They don't even do the tiebreaker.
Runoff.
They should have done runoff or fifth.
Highest place at World Cross Championships.
Yeah, or they should have done time or something.
No, I can't do time and cross.
No, I should have done time.
Oh, 6th runner.
They should ask me. I could have done that.
Who's your favorite 6th runner and whoever had the lowest score?
Yeah.
Or maybe you write ahead of time what you think your time was going to be.
And then how close you get to it.
Count how many jelly beans are in the jar?
Yeah.
Any number of things.
Or they put a tracker on you and see how far you actually ran. And you ran the longest distance, but still finished well. So you did less with more. I
mean, there's not that many. How many meets were there?
I don't know.
There's 3 for each, right? Yeah, Daniel had 3 outings on the tours, were victorious on each occasion.
It's just it's not good. If 3 people can get the maximum possible score, then your challenge is a little too easy. The maximum. What's the maximum amount of points you can get in a 100-meter dash in the tables?
Oh, well, I closed it already.
But
it was over at that. It was 1,200.
It's 1,200.
Yeah.
Imagine if 3 people could get 1,200. That's a bad max. You shouldn't. Your maximum.
Well, because it's
rare.
cross, there's no time associated with it. They have to make it just place.
No, I know, but
So I bet the formula is 3,720 divided by 3, or whatever, right? Maybe it's average and that's a winning time.
Yeah, 1,240. They probably
1,400. If you run a 9.46 in the 100, you get 1,400 points.
Yeah, imagine if 3 people got 1,400 points.
Same thing if you run a 41.97 in the quarter.
Anyway.
Or a 4 hurdle of 44.86.
So much controversy going on.
Man.
I can't handle it.
Are you going to
controversy? UK athletics controversy over $2,000 in prize money.
All right, something that's not controversial though.
Tokyo Marathon
this weekend live on FloTrack. Sunday morning in Tokyo. Actually, will be Saturday night here in the United States. Last year had a great race. Kipchoge, Koskai. This year, a lot of big names. Some 203s, some 204 runners there, and they really want to see a Japanese winner in Tokyo. I got this, read the race director's notes there. It said that's kind of the focus. It's incredibly deep. Colt, if you scroll down on that PDF, you can just see the depth of this field. Headlining it, Sisse Lema, Bernard Koech is in there. But then you go down even farther to the Japanese entrance. Now, they did have a blow. Kengo Suzuki, the Japanese record holder, is a scratch. But if you look at the rest of that roster, it's pretty solid. Headlined by Suguro Osako. There's going to be a bunch of Japanese runners in this field, 206, 207s as well. Also in this field, we got an email about this guy, Cam Levins. Matthew emailed in and said, don't sleep on Cam Levins. 207.09. Remember how well he did at Eugene in the World Championship Marathon, finished 4th, and then ran a 60-18 half. Ooh. 60-18 half in Vancouver. That's Cam Levins. So exciting stuff on the men's side. And this is how the race director broke it down. I read this write-up. This is pretty good. Listen to this. Ready?
I'm listening.
This is pretty dramatic. They will probably start out with 2:04:30 pace, forming a large leading pack up to the 20K mark. They'll keep each other in check while engaging in a battle of the wills with nobody willing to accept a loss. The question is how the Japanese runners will fare from the 30K mark onward. Will there be a new Japanese record? Will the Japanese runner win the race? As a race director, I'm on pins and needles.
Man, that sounds like an audiobook.
Pretty good though, right? He's like hyping the race. I love it.
Listen to that in the car.
He's got it all. He's got it all mapped out. So obviously, you'd expect to see a winner from that top group. But Japan, you've talked about this recently. All the depth there, they could have a winner. Women's side, pretty similar scenario where the fastest times, Ashete Bakary, Rosemary Wanjiru, right? There's some 217s, some 218s, but a lot of depth for Japan, and they're putting a bunch of entrants into this Tokyo Marathon to try to get a winner at home.
Last time a woman won the Tokyo Marathon from Japan was 2011. Mm-hmm. And the last time a man did it was 2010.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. It's been over a decade on both the men's and women's side. So
should be a good race. Again, and everybody who follows the sport knows how big road running is in Japan. Tokyo Marathon, one of the biggest races out there. So keep an eye on this race. And if you're in the U.S. or
live on Flow,
Canada, correct?
Yeah, evening, Saturday evening.
Yeah, it's perfect. Last year, it was real nice recording that live show.
Yeah, with Kipchoge.
And then a couple months later, I think we did London, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or we did London.
We're doing London live this time.
Oof, and I'm
the week before Penn.
And I'm preemptively tired. You didn't do it with me last time.
Oh, I didn't.
Cahill did it with me last time.
I'm gonna do it this time.
And Cahill was in Greece or something like that on like a great time.
You're gonna be. I'm gonna be even worse time. I'm gonna be in the East Coast time zone for that.
I'll
be home.
Might even be. Yeah, that is worse. Actually,
it's gonna be worse.
I was gonna say I might have to fly to Hawaii for that. Do you think that would?
Do you think we could expect a trip to Hawaii for that podcast? You're like, hey, just like sleep schedule. It's like really important to me. So I got to be in Hawaii for this podcast.
I need to be at my best, and the only way to do that is to guarantee that it's not. It's so. Because you think about it on paper, and then you
2 a.m. to 4 a.m. is hard.
Wait, what was the one? What was the race that we did recently?
Berlin. That was 2 a.m. to 4 a.m.
That's what I was thinking. It wasn't London. It was Berlin.
Yeah. We had Mountain Dew. We were both at my house.
Yeah, and I bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I had a mini pecan pie.
It was fun. We had
to try to just get a bunch of sugar.
It's a good time. It was before you started sending me mean texts while watching
That was
sports.
the last time I've been to your house. So, all right.
Other news. We still doing over-unders. So if you're listening, we got our over-unders still going. NCAA update. Parker Valby has been a medical scratch. Looked like she was going to be in contention to go all in the 3K, going up against Tui. But it kind of makes sense when you look back now at her season. She only really ran once, I guess twice. She ran twice.
DMR in a
3K, but she didn't run SECs. So you're thinking maybe there's something up. Maybe they're keeping her super, super fresh. But looks like she's dealing with an injury and is not able to compete, which is a bummer because it would have been great to see a rematch of Valby versus Tui. Makes Tui's double a little bit easier. It's still going to be hard, but a little bit easier. Maybe she still does the DMR. I don't know. I don't think she's going to do DMR. But, anyway, no Valby in the 3K. hurts Florida's team title chances. They're still one of two between them and Texas on the women's side, but losing a potential 8 to 6 points is going to hurt them. They're going to have to make it up elsewhere with Diggs and the other athletes they got. So I'm sure Mike Holloway's like, I got to find 8 points somewhere else. He will. He'll find a way to get 8 points. But yeah, Texas, Florida. Texas getting a little happier. Florida's like, oh, we got to put together. But hey, Florida did without Grace Stark outdoors. They can see if they can do it without Parker Valby indoors.
Hope she's better. Hope she gets better. Love watching her compete. One of the bright young stars in the U.S. So hopefully she'll get healthy and be ready for outdoors. Any other scratches that you noticed, or was that the main one?
I don't.
I know Monday they have to lock it in, right? And then we'll get heat sheets.
Dude,
so.
I broke that story.
Yeah, that's what you do, Gordon. That's what you do.
I just break stories like that.
Something like that.
I refuse to tell you my sources.
Over under.
But if you look at, you can
this
figure
week,
it out.
Monson.
Let's update on the records.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Start over again.
Yeah. There's probably a new listener right now who's like, who are these guys? What's over-unders? We got to explain what we've been doing. We've been doing ongoing over-unders. We started this, didn't think it would last this long, but it has. We're going to take this to the end of the year.
This is week 8, so I actually looked it up because I want to keep writing it in the title when we post it. And I looked, oh, wait, maybe it's 7. Dang, I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
But I was trying to keep weekly tabs on
But
it.
you're doing pretty good. You're 17-12-1. I'm 12-17-1. And we got 4 opportunities here for me to make a comeback. We got Monson and Kincaid in the 10K. We're doing Monson over under 30, 10.5, and Kincaid over under 26.55.
So that's faster for Monson than the American record.
What's the American record?
The American record is 13.17. So I'm saying she's going to go well under it. Kincaid, I'm basing that off of they're saying they're going to go out 27:10 pace. So I just dropped it a few seconds. What do you think? What do you got?
Under.
Interesting. I guess I should have gone first because I was going under too.
Hey,
I'll stick with
it. You got to stick with it.
I'm going to pick the same thing as you the rest of the year and then coast to a 5-point victory.
No, well, we make sure that can't happen because I'll be able to pick after you sometimes. All right, so we're both going under. I'll add to the thing.
I try to actually pick what I get in trouble when I get goaded into going the other direction or when I don't follow my heart. I got to
always follow your heart, man.
Yeah, well, you're the one who talked me into a push for the Grant Holloway, Daniel Roberts march.
You went for that? That's on you, man. That's on you.
Big swing.
That's on you. All right, next one. I like this one. PRs for Bull, Warholm, and Keeley.
Mm-hmm.
So Warholm already ran.
Not the final.
How many rounds are there?
He ran a heat, didn't he?
I think he ran the final.
I think I was looking at just...
Did he already run?
No, I'm almost positive he didn't run.
Are we sure? He's run... I saw a tweet where he ran 3 rounds?
Let me try to look this up.
Look this up. You're killing the over-under segment.
I'm pretty sure. See, you just make me... no, that was a semi, dude.
Oh, there's he had to do 3 rounds for this thing?
Yeah, this goes to Sunday.
Okay.
Is this your first track meet?
It's my first track meet. Okay, Bull, Warholm,
He runs
Keeley.
on Saturday. He runs again Saturday.
Over-unders, 0.5. What's his PR? What's Warholm's PR? We're talking indoor PRs, right?
Well,
This is easy. It's just basically will Warholm PR is what you're asking. Bull's not breaking the world record and Keeley's not running faster.
You're short on those two. I don't know.
Nah, dude. What's his PB?
Personal best. Outdoors 44.8.
We don't care about
indoors 45.05.
Okay. I know what I'm saying. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Damn it. That's what I'm doing too.
Uh-oh, it's going to be a boring week. All right, last one. Jakob Ingebrigtsen's margin of victory in the 3K.
I'm just doing opposite of you.
1.5 seconds. I think it's going to be real tactical again. So I think someone's going to stay just under that. So I'm going to go under 1.5.
And I'm doing over.
Do you want to add in another one so that way we can...
Yeah, because you
can
kind of
disagree
ruined
some
this
more?
for me. All right.
Tokyo Marathon race winner? The He said 2:04:30. They're gonna go out that pace.
Over under Japanese race winner. 0.5 Japanese athletes winning the race.
Well,
Japanese winner.
I mean, I wanted to go with Kengo, but he's scratched, man.
0.5.
I'll go under.
I'm going to go under as well. Let's add another one in there.
I thought you wanted to go in the opposite direction.
No. Just give me another one.
I was just saying, do a time. Do 2:04:30.
What other events are happening this weekend? Isn't like the ECAC thing happening?
I don't know.
IC4As? Let's do...
Over under scratches for Monday.
No, let's do like a weird one where we're gonna say the 10th place finisher of the men's 10K. Will his last name start with the letter that's over or under?
Why don't we just pick a time for the 10?
No, I want a chaos one. Will it be over or under M?
Last name?
No, you can't look. You can't look up.
What do you mean I can't look?
No, that's cheating. No, come on.
I need to look. I need to figure out who's gonna get 10th.
No. Okay, fine.
I get to figure out who gets 10th. Okay, so over or under what? What's M?
Did you just Google the 10? There's no way it's gonna pop up.
I know. Come on, Jesse Williams. We need more descriptive names here. All right.
Over under last name of the 10th place finisher starting with the letter M.
M. Okay. So who's gonna get 10th? So it's gonna be. Oh, this is the U.S. one. Hold on. Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. World men's 10,000. Is it gonna be Ben Flanagan?
Wait, M is. There's a lot of. It looks like it's gonna be over. All right, I'm gonna change it to.
You gonna move the line up?
I'm gonna change it to first name. There's a lot more chaos because everyone's last name is above M. So yeah, first name.
Under. So I'll take A through K. Would it be?
That's over.
Oh, okay. I'll take the beginning alphabet. You taking the end?
I'll take the end of the alphabet.
Yeah, this is easy. This is easy money. Safest bet.
First name. We're doing first name.
Yeah,
10th place first name. This is what degenerate gamblers do. They start gambling on random things. So we have 10th place first name. And we're going.
So yeah,
letter M. You're doing.
I get K though, right? You get M. You get M through Z. I get A through K.
A B C F G H I J K L
M. Sorry, L. I get A through L.
You get A through L, and I get M. I get M.
Yeah, you get M.
M through Z.
Yeah, but I get.
I
got Kanta Shimizu, and I get Ben Eidenshank, and I get Aaron Benfeld. Easy money, guys.
You get
You get Zach Panning.
Zach Panning's a good one. Zach Panning sounds like a 10th place finisher.
Ahmed Muhammad. You get McGordy. You get Deaver. You get Nils Voigt. I get Ben Connor. Kincaid's not going to.
There's a lot more people with a letter who starts at the beginning.
I know. That's what I count. Look at this is my month, like right here. This 4.
All right, we're doing let's do, and we're doing one more.
For the women?
Women. 10th place for the women.
Let me see who's going to get 10th. Same thing, first name? Yeah, first name.
I'm just doing opposite of you. You pick and I'll do the opposite.
Yeah, I'll go the opposite. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go M through Z. This is productive. This is great. Holy moly.
All right. This is fun. We got it in there. That's the pod.
Yeah.
I need to just get some like lottery tickets going get back.
I know you're gonna win on this stuff, which there's no skill involved, but that's okay.
10th place first name. Wouldn't it be great if you could gamble on that type of stuff?
In
real life.
Yeah, it'd
be amazing. All right. Is there anything else? That's the pod. We'll be back Monday. Oh, what do we know our schedule yet for next week?
No, Colt.
We're going to plan our schedule on the pod?
Yeah. Colt, you there?
Colt, you there?
What's up? Yep.
You're out next week, right? The whole week?
I'm out Monday, Wednesday. I could be there for Friday.
Could you do Tuesday, Thursday?
Nico will be covering.
Could you Tuesday, Thursday?
No.
Okay. Well, we're out of producer.
Could you do Thursday? You can't do Thursday?
No, I'm booked all day Thursday.
Gordon's
All
going
right,
to be in
guys.
Albuquerque Friday, so.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll definitely be doing Monday.
Yeah, we'll do Monday.
We'll definitely be doing Wednesday probably. We'll get Nico to do Wednesday. We'll figure out the
Friday
pod.
might be Thursday.
Friday might be Thursday or Friday night, or we'll figure it out.
Okay. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Like, subscribe. You got
Bye.
some people like to subscribe.
Thanks, Colt.